Hey man, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I have to make this video next week about what I was right about and what I was wrong about. And I predicted Dallas would be in the top 10, and they're one of my biggest outlying you're a dumbass moments.
Why not just throw the game?
I'm not going to shave points. The team would never go for that anyway. This is a game we can win. This game should be real close at worst.
Yeah, it's too bad you can't replace all your players with terrible athletes.
A stand in. Someone to pretend to be us. But it would have to be a team that was terrible. I mean, awful, like so embarrassingly bad that there'd be no chance that they could possibly win. Hey, you guys need something? Got a feeling in my gut that I was needed here. That'll work. Low quality fans of a high quality Bruins team. That's right, still high. It's still high quality team. It's so high quality that you can't even perceive why it's high quality right now. That's how high quality it is that you don't even understand why it is high quality, because they look terrible, right? They look awful, but trust me, it's there. You just have to galaxy brain this a little bit, just a little bit. I'm gonna change the wall back. I think that's been a problem. I think that's definitely that's on me, guys. I panicked. I just had a weird vibe going on, and I got squirrely. It happens. I got squirrely, man, and I took it all down and just put up. You know what? Put everything up. Put all the other teams up. You get this weird us against the world vibe going. Guess what? The world is winning at the moment. The world is winning, so we're gonna take the world back down and put my world back up. Yeah. That was a game that not only happened, but happened really fucking quick. That was a 7 p.m. start. It's 9:36 right now, and I'm already recording. That was a fast game. Thank God. Let's do a deep breath together. Here we go. Yeah. Yep, that's good. That's good. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, it's okay. It's okay. This loss sucked. This past week has mostly sucked. You had the collapse against the Avs. You had barely beaten the Yotes. It's not great. The team's struggling. It was really hot, and now it's struggling a little bit. Making an 11-4-1 month, though, that's not that bad. Teams go through this. We've already been over this. From my perspective, we're not one of the top 5 teams in the league. Those are the teams that avoid these on a more regular basis. Now, they also have their little lose 3 and 4 kind of things. They also have their getting absolutely whipped 6-0 or whatever. But it feels like this team, that's more of a possibility at times. We're just not there yet. A lot of people are talking about making moves and what needs to happen. We're going to really get into that, not in this video, but at some point. I don't think it's a lot of moves. And I think if you didn't make moves, this is still a team that should be a dark horse to go on a run. That's where I am on this team, where I say, yeah, maybe we're not one of the top 5 teams, but you get hot at the right time, we could absolutely make some noise in the playoffs and win a cup. A move or two, we could be a true contending team. That's how I see it. I'm still very high on this team. You know, I actually had fun the whole time, though, because I kept telling myself that this is going to be a crazy comeback. I kept explaining to myself that, dude, this is going to be absolutely nutty when they get back in here and kick some ass. It did not happen. They fell just a tad bit short. But holding on to that belief for like a large amount of the game, it goes from, okay, yes, we can still do it. There's enough time left in the game. Let's say 2-0 after 1. 4-0 after 2, you go, you know what? Crazier things have happened. The league more than ever sees these comebacks. Let's fucking do it. But at that point, you go from, it's very possible to, okay, I'm just trying to convince myself. And then that 5th goal goes in, and you've got about 15 minutes left in the third or whatever it is, And instead of going deep dive, no, there's no fucking way, you actually bump back up because now it's comical that you're telling yourself that you're still going to win this game. You're actually having fun laughing with yourself about, dude, this is going to happen and it's going to be so cool. It's a weird trajectory there. You should try it sometime when we're getting blown out by, I don't know, the fucking Habs next. Who knows? As explained on the Short Shift Pod, this is a very, very middle of the class team. They are lifted by a very good power play, but they have one of the league worst penalty kills. They have bottom third of the league goals allowed and goals for, but they've offset in a way where they're still winning enough games to be around that 15th, 16th place in the league mark. They were predicted by me to be a top 10 team this year. This game makes me look better about that take. So, good job by me. Olmark gets the start. Somebody fucked him over because they probably wished a little too hard that Swayman got in, and Swayman did get into this one. Rask is still day to day. There was some news right before the game started, though, and I mean an hour before the game started. Hall of Famer. Bruins, legend. Canes, legend. Predators, legend. I forget what other teams he played for. Legend. Hall of Famer, that's Eric Howla, for those of you who don't know. He missed this game. He's sick. He's turned that smile upside down. He is not feeling well. He's got a little bit of COVID going on with him. So he is not going to be in the game. So Fogarty's in. Not only that, but it cost us something that I thought was going to be really interesting. I thought we were going to get Steen on the first line. It was reported earlier in the day that Steen was going to play with the first line. Smith was going to get dropped to the third. But because Hall of Famer is out for this game, Coyle's going to bump up to the second center. Fogarty's going to take over the third center. And Pasta's going to go back to the top line. Smith is going to go to the second. The third line is going to be Steen, Fogarty, and DeBrusk. The game went so poorly that Bruce Cassidy in the third period went, fuck it. He just went, fuck it. And what happens, you got to get out of here, man. What happens is Steen goes up to that first line. Smith gets dropped to the third. Pasta gets dropped back down to the second. And it actually looked better, I guess. No, we didn't win any of these periods. That's worth another look, though, I thought. I didn't really get to see a lot from Steen that made me go, ha ha ha! But that's fine. I would really like to see it for another game. I would. The back end had some weird mix-ups. Vach stayed with McAvoy on the top line. Then Grizz dropped down to the second line with Carlo. Forbort on the left. Riley on the right for the third pairing. These lines would get shuffled during the game. We would finish the game with them in that setup. Awful. Particularly Forbort Riley. Andrew brought up the fact during the game that he's in his offside. Sure, fine. That's a good excuse. Terrible. Forbort. Awful. Carlo struggled. Grizz struggled with Carlo. McAvoy struggled. Vach also struggled. Bad game for the back six, man. Really bad. Puck drops. In the first few minutes, we have more shots on net. Yay. We had a deceiving stat through 20 minutes, 40 minutes, really the whole game. We took a decent amount of shots. I think we ended the game with 26, but in the first period, we had 10 shots. That's not bad. We didn't have any scoring chances, but we had 10 shots. They kept us to the outside really well. 7 minutes in, and Sagan scores, just to put me basically in a bad mood. It's a fast break after a McAvoy turnover in the offensive zone. He's on the right dot. Tries to whip it through, gets blocked, and gets sent right back the other way. And it ends up being mostly a 2-on-2-ish, kind of a 2-on-1 at a certain point. Guryanov loses the puck. He's got Vach in front of him. He loses it. Vach spins, because it's now behind Vach, and smacks at it across the slot, and he just doesn't get enough of it, and Sagan's right there and just puts it into the empty net. Bad luck? Bad bounce? It's fine. We're down a goal, 7 minutes in, plenty of hockey left to play. Not a lot. Not a lot going for us, though. It could be 4-0 if Olmark wasn't going absolute nuclear on some of these chances. He was excellent in the first period. He really was. 4:30 left in the period. Riley has jumped into the play on the offensive zone, so he's already too far forward. Puck gets punched out. Forbort makes a bad read and goes to poke it back in. Here's my problem with this play. If he accomplishes what he wants to and pokes it back into the zone, he does prevent a transition. Sure. But he does just give the puck right back because we're already offsides. He pokes at it, goes right to a Dallas player. They fling the puck up. DeBrusk is covering for Riley. That didn't work. And wasn't really able to get back in time anyway. And it just ends up being a Radulov breakaway with years to make any decisions. He goes inside, outside, tucks it around the far skate on the blocker's side. It's 2-0, 4:30 left in the first period. The game's not over. It's not over by a long shot. But you look at the bench and you went, man, these shoulders are low. Like, pick it up a little, man. It's 2-0. That's not an insurmountable lead. Let's go. And we start the second. Huge shift by that third line. And somehow this doesn't go in. He's mid-spin here. And he ends up having to do the full spin before he can put it on net, giving Olinger time to actually get back and make the save. And again, we never really challenged the net, but in the moments we did, it wasn't even close. Bergeron, a few moments later, he's underneath the net, has a great chance here. He's coming across, about to lose his passing lane because he's about to get behind the net. But on his forehand, flings it through the slot, finds Pasta perfectly. Pasta has an open left side, throws it on net, and he gets the crest of Ottinger's Dallas Stars bullshit. Just right in the chest. And you go, might be one of those. It might be one of those games where we can't buy one. It wasn't, because we never really challenged the net. We never really did. Can't buy one. You can say you can't buy one if you're getting all these opportunities and nothing's going in. It's not that we couldn't buy one. It's that we didn't create any opportunities for ourselves. Right after that, 6:31 into the period, and it's a fast break down the other way. And it looks like a lucky break. Robertson shoots with a wide open net and flings it. It's a hard angle. Flings it right through the goal mouth. Wide open net. This is after a mad scramble. Save's been made. Shoots it right through. We got away with one. Good. Let's get back in this game. Hold up. Shot. Careens through. Hits the wall. Bounces up it on that left wall. And who is this? I don't even remember who it was now. Glendening flings it back on net. And it just finds its way in. Olmark can't get reset. Can't track it in time. Beats him. 3-0. When I say you can't buy one, sometimes the other team also just is cashing in. Even in moments where they totally fucked up, just cashing in. A minute later, literally a minute and 8 seconds later. It's just lazy defense. Puck gets wrapped around the wall. No one's really fighting for it. Riley is there, but he's a little late to it. Sagan wins the puck battle, if that's what you want to call it. Whips it into the slot. And this is where Olmark gets pulled. I guess you could kind of say this is on Olmark. But not really, because Jamie Benn just snipes post and in on the far glove side. I really can't look at this game and go, Olmark's fault. I don't think the coaching staff did either. I think the coaching staff, we need to do something to wake the team up. So they tossed Swayman in. This game was not an Olmark. Did he save us? Did he steal a game? No, he did that against Arizona. He didn't steal this one for us. I'm not blaming him for this one. And here's where the comeback should have started. Hall draws an interference call, power play. You score here. You cut it to 3 goals. That's still a huge lead. But you cut it to 3 goals before the third period. That just feels a lot different, man. That feels a lot different. And we could have used one. We just couldn't make it happen. 6 minutes left. Heiskanen, with a bad turnover, allows Marchand just to collect in the offensive zone. He spins. He has to kind of protect the puck from Heiskanen after he takes it. Throws it to Pasta, who's coming in late. He would have had a wide open shot from the slot. Misses the pass by a mile. Can't buy one, man. We just couldn't connect on anything. Nothing. 5 minutes left. Lazar gonna go for tripping. We kill it. a huge kill at the time. You're down by 4. Let's get back into it. I just wanted one in that second. I just needed one goal in that second to feel like we were back into it. So we start the third, and you know how I'm feeling? I'm feeling like we're going to win the game. Believe. This is where the lines come back. Fogarty takes over at 2C. Yep, he jumps up to the second line. Coyle back down to the third. Steen up to the first. Smith down to the third. It was a better period. Sure. I mean, we still lost that period 2-1, but it was a better period. 4:18 in. Forbort gets one for holding. And we failed on the one real chance we had to clear this puck. Right after the retrieval, Dallas, it's Klingberg on the right, and he goes cross slot to Hintz, and Hintz has a wide open net. 5-0. Good power play. Man, they do have a good power play, but you had that one chance to clear, and you weren't able to get it out of your skates and up. That's what happens. 5-0. And you know what's worse? Right before they scored that goal during the penalty kill, Jack and Brick at this point are just chatting. They really are. But Brick is bringing up missing pieces for the Bruins. Now, he doesn't mention Hall of Famer, right? He doesn't. But he mentions Trent Frederick and Nick Foligno. Guys, this, again, we're missing Howla. But other than that, this is kind of our team right now. Nick Foligno was a non-factor at best. And Trent Frederick, I know there's a lot of Frederick stands out there, but same? Defensively, he was really good. I want to give him props for that. Defensively, Trent Frederick's been really good. But I like our fourth line with Bleed, Lazar, and Nosek. I like our third line with DeBrusque, Coyle, and Steen. I don't think either of those guys changed that. They did bring up the fact that moves could be made, moves will likely be made. But it was weird to see Brick speculating about what this team looks like when healthy, when this is like the healthiest we've been all season, if we're going to be honest. That being said, a minute and a half after that penalty, the goal allowed, it's about 5.5 minutes into the period. And this is a really great shift by the third line. Coyle fights for it on the wall, creates a turnover, is able to whip the puck into the slot, and Smith just flings this past the pads. I believe it goes 5 holes. Kind of hard to tell in the motion, the way the goalie was moving. But not a shutty. I'll take that. Smith finally gets one. First time in a little while for him. Nice. The comeback has started. We got 15 minutes left. 15 minutes left. Let's make a push. We didn't make a push. We take a hooking call after Carlo lets another player behind him. 10:52 remaining. We do kill it. And we do get a 2v1 shorthanded bid that Lazar is unable to make go. And then on the rebound, I believe it is Nosek kind of punches it away. The puck's moving too fast. It's bobbling. I don't really blame anyone on that. Bummer, man. It would have been nice to score there and be like 5-2. 5-2. 10 minutes left, you know. No. So I'm going to admit something here. I lost focus a little bit. I guess 1 minute left. I mean, I saw the goal, and I saw the replay of the goal. I don't know what happened here. All I know is that Guryanov got behind Forbort again, and it turned into a 2-on-1 as soon as the other defender stepped. The pass was made, and Sagan has a wide open net, 6-1. I'm really, I don't want to harp on Forbort and Riley, but that pair is a terrible pair. Whether it's his offside or the fact that he doesn't have Carlo covering for him defensively, bad night for them. It was a bad night for everybody. But if there's one defensive pairing where I was like, wow, they're behind you again, it was those two. 13 seconds after that, 47 seconds left in the game, Riley just gets walked. I mean, he just lets Radulov go right around him for a one-on-one on Swayman, and Radulov skies it, misses the net. I know the score's 6-1. Finish the fucking game. That bothered me. That one pissed me off. I am a lighthearted, fun-having dude. Just having a good time. Dabbing with the kids out there. This is not fun. You are down 6-1. Finish the game with a little bit of pride. A little bit. Game notes. Guys, come on. I know we've said this about too many games lately, but throw it out. Just throw it out. Team's exhausted. They've been bouncing around, traveling a bunch. This is going to be a long couple months coming up. After this All-Star break, we got a lot of games in a short amount of time. I still think this team is really good. I think they're going through what really good teams go through. and not great teams go through. You're going to have some bad games sometimes. We are not a juggernaut. We are not better than everybody else. We are not better than 99% of the league. We are going to have these games against middling teams that sometimes they just go poorly. I know that sounds negative, and it is negative. Hey, we're not an elite team, but we're so close to an elite team. If we don't have a big trade deadline, I'm still not sitting here going, this team doesn't have a chance. And that's what I really love right now, is that I still believe that this team, as currently constructed, still has a chance. It's just, it's less of a chance. It's a more difficult road. Let's just call it that. I want to point out a couple of things that went wrong here. Shot chart. That looks bad. Notice we're not in front of the net at all. We got kept to the outside the entire time. I don't understand how that happened. Especially with the fourth line. Until you look at this next one. Both of these are from Money Puck, by the way. This next one. This shows the expected goals percentage. Meaning if your line had an expected goals of, let's say 1. We'll keep it easy math. 1. You had 1 expected goal. But the other line that you faced, or other lines that you faced while you were on the ice, also had an expected goal of 1. Then you're right at 50%. You had the expected goal of 1, and it offsets with their 1. Notice, everyone virtually is underneath 50%. That means everyone was expected to give up more goals in this game than they were to score. This is a bad one. By the way, moneypuck.com, free. Fun stuff like this. It's also where I get the deserve to win meter. It's fun stuff. You should check it out. Oh, man. All right, guys, that does it for me. I got no more game notes, nothing to say about this one. This wasn't fun. This wasn't fun. I'm changing the wall. We're going to go. Don't worry. I'm changing the wall back. I'm going to fix it for you guys. I'm going to fix it. Go Bees!